My father, my brother, my mother, and my grandmother were coming out for a visit for Easter weekend. At 9 o'clock that evening, I got a phone call saying that my brother and my father had been evac to St. Joe's Hospital and that I would need to be at St. Joe's immediately, and that my mother and my grandmother had passed away in the accident. So we came to Arizona to pick up the pieces and kind of put some of our family things back together. As soon as I had arrived, I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. We lived here for about a year, and after the birth of my daughter and after she turned 1, my husband decided to leave the marriage and left me in a position where I wasn't working. I was home with 3 children. We had just purchased a house and a brand new vehicle, and I was left with all the debt. I was at a breaking point at that point. I had always known God my whole life, but this was a point where I needed to find out if He was real. I got down on my knees and prayed to Him and said, please reveal yourself, because I'm not sure what to do right now. And through reading my Bible and prayer, lots of support from others around me, He did reveal Himself. Little by little, money was coming in. I did have my car repossessed, but I was given another car that was completely paid for, and I didn't have to pay any payments on it. And I didn't end up losing my house. God did find a way to stop the foreclosure on my home. I'm still currently in that home. It's always been true that God gives you everything, but at this point I realized how much everything was His. So I did tithe. Even through those times, I didn't have anything to tithe. Sometimes I only had $50 to my name, and the bills were not paid, but I still continued to tithe. There was a time that I relied on my husband a lot for the income or for money, or even myself, when I was working. And so God's provision has been completely different, because I've had to turn to God and say, okay, there's not enough here. Please fill in the gaps, make it work. I would say that if you realize where everything comes from, it's not that hard to want to give it back. If you realize that everything is from Him, then you want to give back to Him. My name is Colleen Donahue, and I am living the blessed life.